Sure thing. I'll introduce myself. I am Bettina. I'm a Spanish teacher from Sucre. What I want to do now is explain a little bit about por y para. I don't know if you've seen this before, but it's a little bit complicated for English speakers mostly because you don't have a difference between, because the main translation of por y para is for. So sometimes it's very difficult to know when to use for and when to use para. Have you ever had that problem?
Yes.
I'm holding it.
I learned it once upon a time and then I forgot it.
Okay, well, I'm going to refresh that for you. Okay, guys, so you ready?
Sí. Listo.
Sí.
So, what I want to show you now is that por y para is more than a translation and it's all about context. So, para for us is very different than por. When we native speakers, we know the difference, and para it's always gonna have the end of the things, you know, and por it's always gonna be the cause and or the way through. Okay, one example that I want to show you is, for example, estoy cocinando para Ana y estoy cocinando por Ana. Very different things, but if you look at translation, both will say I'm cooking for Ana. But this one, it's like I'm cooking for Ana so Ana can get the food that I make. So the final recipient or the person that's gonna get what I'm cooking at the end is Ana. So everything I'm gonna do for Ana, my cooking. So you can use this to make dinner for someone and you want that person to have your dinner or feel special, that's gonna be para. Because that's the person who's going to get the dinner at the end for what you're cooking. But por is mostly about you are doing it instead of someone else. That's the cause you're doing. For example, Anna says like, "Oh, look, I'm busy. Can you cook that? Can you cook dinner for me, please?" Or I mean, instead of me, because Anna is supposed to cook dinner, but Anna can't. So that's the reason why you're cooking dinner now. You see, that's por. So basically, por is more than just for. It can be also because of, okay? It can be through, it can be by, it can be over.
David? What are you doing, David?
Sorry.
Okay, good. It can be instead of, it can be to. Okay, so these are the meanings that por can have. So because of, I'm working because of the money, trabajo por el dinero. I go through the door, salgo por la puerta. Bien. I pass by your house, paso por tu casa. Overall, por todo. Per person, por persona. Instead of me, por. Okay? So those can be the meanings of para, por. And then para, we can have for, in order to, by, to, and according to. But every single meaning of this, you need to know that it will be what you're gonna get at the end, like the final thing, like the final destination of things, instead of por being the way through things. Okay, so these are good things you can have in mind to know what is what. One of those is cause and effect. For example, this example says, Gabriel García Márquez es un escritor de novelas e historias cortas y ganó el Premio Nobel de Literatura en 1982. So this is simple. It's talking about Gabriel García Márquez. He's a writer. He wrote many, many novels and short stories. And he was the Nobel Prize of Literature in 1982. So he, at the end, the effect or the cause of he writing could be that he got a Nobel Prize, and he got a Nobel Prize because of writing these novels and these short stories. So the example says, el premio Nobel fue para Gabriel García Márquez. So here again we can see this. So who get the prize at the end? Who got the prize? Or it's
So-
Gabriel García Márquez. So at the end he got the prize. That was the effect. So that's why it's para, okay? Which means for. And then el premio por sus novelas means that the novels are the reason why he got the prize. So that will be because of. Okay? Do you have any question with this?
It's very confusing still. I struggle so hard with por and para.
Yeah, I just use one.
Yeah, I've always struggled with por and para.
Yeah.
But I think
But-
when I was speaking Spanish, you pick up on what the locals say when they say por and para, and then you use that in that same context. And I don't know why you use it, you just do it.
Yeah. But
Like-
this is
like-
something, it's very short, it's very short, like to remember cause and effect, than remembering like, or these are the possible translation, or these are the rules you have to follow to do that. Because sometimes you have loads of rules and then you can mix them up on your head and then you just forget about them and not remembering anything. But with simple tricks like this, it's easier for you to remember.
That's great.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more about por and para, so you could see the difference a little bit. And then we're gonna finish with it. So another way to know when to use por and para is about journey and destination. El bus va para Buenos Aires, el bus pasa por mi casa. So again, we have the way through and the final destination. En este caso, el bus va para Buenos Aires is to, the translation, and el bus va para, por mi casa means by. So way through and the final destination. That's also a difference you need to know, you need to get them. And the final one will be this, deadline and the duration, that it's different. Hice la tarea por 2 horas. That's how long you did your homework. You stay 2 hours doing your homework. And that's something also people say, if it's time, it's always por. And sometimes you have para el miércoles and you mean, what? Why? It's time, but it's a deadline, okay? So if it's something that you need to show it's a deadline, that will be para. And if it's just duration or like how long you weren't doing something, it's por. And those are the 3 things you need to get in mind. But basically what we speakers have in mind is that something gonna be the end of it and the other thing will be the way to it. Para will always be the end and por will be the way to get to the end. Okay.
That makes sense.